Coming up, what one retired teacher and local artist lost in the flood.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. 3 weeks ago tonight, lives were turned upside down after one of the worst natural disasters in Kentucky's history. A Letcher County man's livelihood was destroyed in hours as floodwaters ripped through his art studio. 88-year-old Doug Adams had just retired this year as a high school art teacher. He was ready to enjoy life in his studio, but now his paintings are sitting in trash bags outside, and Adams is searching through what is left, trying to see if anything is salvageable. He said he was in disbelief when he got to the studio 3 days after the flood, seeing his artwork tossed around the room.
I was hoping that it was still water if it got in there, but it was turmoil. It was water like under pressure.
Though his studio is gone, his art is still displayed throughout Whitesburg, including at John Pellegrini's gallery downtown. Through every story of loss and heartbreak following the flood, there are even more stories of people offering hope to those who need it most. Giving hope and creating homes for people in Breathitt County, one North Carolina group donated 3 campers and a car to folks impacted by the flood. Bakersville native Holly Whitson rallied alongside church groups and even an RV center in Johnson City, Tennessee, to help make this mission possible.
Well, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so it really gives you a new perspective on life. Like, it makes you appreciate the simple things. You come up here and see that these people have lost everything they've ever worked for, so it really makes you appreciate what you really have.
This mission happened in partnership with the Breathitt County Hunger Alliance. Whitson says she believes it was God who helped open doors to make this project a success. FEMA is set up in one hard-hit part of Perry County, meeting with folks one-on-one to help them get assistance. The federal agency is encouraging people to come to their mobile unit in Perry County to check on their assistance or to apply for the first time. They are set up at the Home Place Community Center. People can apply for emergency home repairs or temporary housing. FEMA will be set up from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. tomorrow at the Home Place Community Center. That's in the hard-hit Erie community. FEMA mobile disaster recovery centers are opening tomorrow in Leslie and Martin counties to assist flood survivors in those areas. The Leslie County Center will be at the Floodplain Management Building in Hyden, while the Martin County location will be at the Martin County Business Center in Inez. These mobile centers will be open from the 18th to the 20th and again from the 25th to the 27th.
And all calm around the mountains tonight as we continue to see high pressure begin to at least somewhat exert dominance over the forecast as we head into the next couple of days. Outside right now in Moorhead along Interstate 64, upper 60s at the moment. You can see some of that fog trying to develop out there, but for the most part, we're in good shape. Highs today, upper 70s to near 80 around the mountains, even a few getting up toward 82. Some other areas had some clouds hang on a little longer. Pikeville only got to 76. Outside at the moment, many of us in the middle and upper 60s at this hour. We'll continue to drop as we head through tonight. Dew points are not that high. But as we cool temperatures down and meet those dew points, we're already seeing fog issues outside. 4 miles visibility in Hazard, 7 miles Harlan, 8 in Williamsburg. How about just 3 miles visibility up in Ashland? And pinpoint Doppler, you can see the low-level moisture being picked up. But for the most part, we're all dry. It's nothing we have to worry about in terms of rain falling from the sky. But you're going to have to keep an eye on that fog as we head into the overnight. As we head through the overnight, low 60s out there, mostly clear. And again, we're going to have to watch some of that patchy fog with the calm winds we've got in place. One more day of some relatively calm conditions before showers and storms return. Details on that coming up in just a few. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. State police responded to a deadly crash on Kentucky 92 West in McCreary County. Deputies say 24-year-old Tyler M. Chitwood of Whitley City was traveling west on a motorcycle when he tried to pass a tractor-trailer driven by 65-year-old Herbert Stevens, who turned left onto Oscar Bell Road when Chitwell crashed into him. Chitwood was pronounced dead at the scene by the McCreary County Coroner's Office. Stevens was not hurt. New tonight, 2 KSP troopers and 1 former trooper have been indicted for civil rights violations. A federal grand jury indicted troopers Jeremy Elliott and Michael Howell, along with former trooper Derek Lovett. Elliott and Lovett are accused of assaulting a victim and then trying to cover it up. Elliott is also accused of unlawfully entering a home the night of the assault. All 3 are facing conspiracy and obstruction charges. Court dates have not yet been set. Some school districts in flood-affected areas are starting the fall semester tomorrow. The Clay County and Hazard Independent School Districts both start tomorrow. Now, they did not see damage to schools like some other areas, but both districts were forced to push back the start of school by a few days because of the widespread damage. Also in Perry County, the Sheriff's Office says they received reports of fuel being stolen from excavators and equipment working around East Perry Elementary. They say this fuel is being stolen from local business owners and that deputies and hazard police will be monitoring the area at night. They say the community needs every piece of machinery available to be working in this time of crisis to get things back in order. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Perry County Sheriff's Office at 606-439-4523. As people are cleaning their homes from the flood, a major concern has been mold. However, doctors are worried that people are not taking the right precautions to keep themselves healthy while cleaning. ARH infectious disease specialist Dr. Ferris Cotter says people need to cover their eyes, mouths, and bodies.
While you're cleaning the mold, you have to have all the protective equipment, especially an N95 mask, well fitted. Even if you go inside the house for a brief moment to look up something, take an object, or do something, you should have the mask on during that brief episode of time.
Dr. Cotter says that long sleeves and pants, goggles, gloves, and boots are also very important to avoid getting sick from the mold. A veteran in Pike County has been recognized nationally by the Veterans of Foreign Wars Still Serving campaign. WYMT's Jordan Mullins talked to Darren Hilton with the Pikeville VFW Post about why the Post's veterans outreach and community projects are so important.
The Veterans of Foreign Wars Still Serving campaign is recognizing veterans who continue to sacrifice for their communities. Quartermaster Darren Hilton of the Pikeville VFW Post number 3769 is one of those veterans being recognized by the National VFW.
The Still Serving campaign is for us to go out into the community and work, and it's for 2 parts. 1, to help the community members, and 2, for the veterans to socialize with each other. Develop camaraderie and bonds.
Hilton has worked with the Pikeville Post to host Veteran Dog Days at the Pound to help the animals adjust to human interaction, as well as Second Six, a veterans outreach program designed to help vets come together and socialize.
And we just go there to socialize. Now, this year we were trying during the warm months to do it here at the park on Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock. And we'll do that to the last Tuesday in September. Then the first Tuesday in October, we'll start meeting at the Post at 119 2nd Street.
Along with spending time at the Pikeville Veterans Memorial Park, these community projects and outreach programs help veterans keep active while also giving back to their community.
Most of our time is spent talking about families, communities, current events, and things of that nature. It just gives us a chance to be around veterans, act like a veteran, and do community projects.
Helping bring vets together to join the VFW, DAV, or other veteran service organizations.
If a veteran can join my organization, fine. If they want to go to another organization, that's fine too. But as veterans, we can come together and we can help each other. And we can help our community.
Those who once served the nation are still serving their local communities, coming together for fellowship, representation, and to help their fellow veterans. In Pikeville, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
VFW national officials say veterans volunteer 25% more time, are 17% more likely to make a monetary donation, and 30% more likely to participate in local organizations. VFW National Commander William Schmidt says these men and women exemplify the best of America. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, a baby product tied to at least 13 deaths had a warning delayed by the manufacturer. Coming up, why the federal government says it still can't tell you everything.
But first, more showers and storms look to be in the cards as we head into the next couple of days. The details on when we could see some dry time as well, coming up.
Still?
Yeah.
How many pages got left?
30.
Break time.
Good looking out.
I got you.
Now at McDonald's, mix and match 2 faves for $3.19 like a McDouble and small fries. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It feels like we're all coming apart, but my faith, my family, and my love for Kentucky hold me together. Our politics should not be about division, but about solving the problems we all share. Medicine and food cost too much. Housing is out of reach. The system isn't working for us, but we can change it. This is our time for new politics, and I will fight for you in Washington, Democrats, Republicans, and Independents, the people of Kentucky. I'm Charles Booker, and I approve this message.
All Kentucky driver licensing is moving from circuit clerk offices in every county
to regional offices.
And the new regional offices offer more licensing choices than ever before.
Get a driver's license valid for 4 years.
or 8 years.
Get a real ID
or a standard license.
Renew online or in person.
You can even visit any regional office you'd like. It's next level licensing.
Learn more at drive.ky.gov.
We love food. It's our thing. You'll notice it all over the store, like how our certified butchers stamp the time your meat was ground, not just the day. Nobody does food like Food City. This week, save on certified Angus beef top sirloin steak, $4.99 a pound, fresh blueberry pints, buy one get one free, RC Products 6-pack bottles, also buy one get one free, and more.
Value every day, Food City.
For 45 years now, Ford F-Series has had the #1 position locked up. And during the summer sales event at your local Ford dealer, you can lock down a great deal thanks to this limited time offer. When you pre-order a 2023 F-150 at your local Ford store, you can lock in 2.9% financing for 60 months. So no matter what interest rates do, you're locked in. For the best deals on America's best-selling trucks, visit your local Ford store today, where there's always more in store.
Still?
Yeah.
How many pages got left?
30.
Break time.
Good looking out.
I got you.
Now at McDonald's, mix and match 2 faves for $3.19 like a McDouble and small fries. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
YMT weather, sponsored by Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
A rather peaceful evening at London Corbin Airport right now. Upper 60s at the moment. Not too bad when it comes to temperatures out there. And we're rather peaceful as well. Temperatures around the region, middle and upper 60s at this hour. So we're slowly cooling off, but that also means we're getting closer to those dew points. So we're going to have to watch for the potential for some valley fog as we head through tonight. Already seeing visibility is low out there, so make sure that you leave a little extra time in the morning. You see the low-level moisture being already picked up on pinpoint Doppler. And yes, that's something we're going to have to contend with as we head into the overnight. None of this, obviously, rain that's reaching the ground, that's long gone as we've headed through this afternoon. Everything that was around, gone. As we went past the midnight hour, backing out, you see one little boundary working on through. This is very diffuse. It doesn't mean much, and it will continue to kind of move on out as we head through the nighttime hours. We still do have high pressure across portions of the upper Midwest. As that continues to kind of move in and kind of exert its dominance over our weather forecast, we'll continue to be on the quiet side as we head through tonight and into tomorrow. But things start to change as we head into the day on Friday. Timing it out. You see those scattered clouds tonight, mostly clear as we head into the overnight, but you see some of that valley fog forming by the morning. You see that here on Future View, those kind of dark gray colors. That's what that is. It's valley fog developing. But tomorrow afternoon, yeah, we could see a spotty shower, but that's really it. We don't have much in the way of a whole lot of moisture to trigger showers and storms, though we will see some of those fair weather cumulus clouds in the afternoon yet again. All of that diminishes as we head into tomorrow night, so another mostly clear night on the way for Thursday. But notice, here come the clouds returning as we head into our Friday afternoon, or our Friday morning, I should say. And by Friday afternoon, we're slowly developing scattered showers and thunderstorms. South first, then slowly moving to the north. This is something we have to watch real closely. A lot of those first Friday night football kickoffs of the year heading into Friday evening. It certainly won't be a washout, but we're going to have to watch some spots that could get in on a shower as we head through Friday evening. It's something we'll be watching very, very closely. We'll start to clear things out as we head toward Friday night. Showers diminish. A few clouds, though, may linger. Planning your day on Thursday, waking up in the low to mid 60s, some of those partly cloudy skies and some of that fog with us. We're back into the 80s, or the low 70s by the midday hour, near 80 as we head towards the afternoon and evening hours. At sunset, getting earlier and earlier. I know that's not what we want to hear, but it is true. We're nearing autumn very quickly. Rain chances next few days. We're going to peak Saturday, Sunday, and on Monday with the potential for those showers continuing around the region and kind of building in. That Community Trust Bank extended forecast, watching those rain chances mainly into the weekend, unfortunately. Hopefully, we're going to be able to dry things out a little bit as we head towards the middle of next week. We're going to be keeping an eye on it very closely, because week 2 of Friday Night Football, that's going to be critical as well. Steve?
Evan, thank you. A company that's recalled baby products before is now warning parents about another one. But that warning on a Fisher-Price baby rocker was delayed and only came after more than a dozen children died. A government product safety official tells our national investigative team a law is preventing he and others from saying more. Here's Lee Zurich with Defective.
It was the worst thing I've ever had to say. I mean, you just don't imagine ever having to tell your child that their child is dead.
Grab it, baby. This is the last memory of 4-month-old Savannah alive in her Fisher-Price infant to toddler rocker. Hours later, Kathy Greninger's son-in-law called her over. Savannah was gone.
You don't just have a healthy baby that just passes away when they're sleeping unless something contributes to it.
Kathy, who's a nurse, says the coroner blamed the death on the rocker and the position it left Savannah in. As she slept, her face turned to the side.
The official cause of death was listed as positional asphyxia related to the rocking chair.
Kathy reported Savannah's death to Fisher-Price. Here's the email proving they spoke. In June of 2021, the CEO of Mattel, Fisher-Price's parent company, appeared before Congress to answer questions about deaths caused by another product, the Rock and Play. That product, now recalled, is tied to nearly 100 deaths. Congresswoman Jackie Speer wanted to know if any other Fisher-Price products caused deaths.
My question to you is, do you have any other products that are manufactured today that are in the marketplace that have been linked to deaths of children?
Well, we recall the gliders that were linked.
I understand that. I'm talking about any other products that we, the American public, do not know about that have caused or have been associated with the deaths of children.
We share all information with the CPSC. I don't have any further data than that.
The CEO wouldn't provide a direct answer, even though the company knew about Savannah.
Did Fisher-Price mislead you in that hearing?
Well, if they were aware of another death with another product, they absolutely misled me and the committee and Congress.
Since 2011, records show the Consumer Product Safety Commission, or CPSC, passed along at least 20 consumer complaints of deaths, injuries, and incidents to Fisher-Price. But it wasn't until March of this year that the CPSC got a briefing on a pattern.
They sent us a package of hundreds and hundreds of pages of information about the deaths associated with that product.
In June, the CPSC and Fisher-Price finally issued a warning about the rocker, telling parents not to let their children sleep in the rockers, also revealing Savannah is one of 13 babies who died. A
Attached to that warning, the commissioner's scathing statement because of what he calls a gag rule, the law that allows the companies to control when and how the CPSC issues warnings and recalls.
Whatever you see is a watered-down version of what we wanted to say. It is a half-throated warning to the public because we had to negotiate every word of it with the company.
Well, if you're reporting a product that is unsafe, how is it that the manufacturers are policing themselves? Of course, they're making money off of these products. They're not going to let the consumer know until they have to.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission is looking at whether the rockers should be included in a ban on certain sleeping products that goes into effect this fall. That ban already includes the recalled Rock and Play. Fisher-Price did not respond to our national team's request for an interview or comment. Still to come at 11, the debate over renewing a ban on some semi-automatic weapons has both sides voicing their opinions, but what will the Senate decide?
WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
Take your time, hon. Play the Kentucky Lottery online, anywhere, anytime.
I won! Yes!
More games, more chances to win. Anytime is playtime.
Nice purse.
Time's running out to get a new Toyota during Toyota's national sales event.
Too late. I'm not too late.
This electrified Highlander hybrid can save $3,000 and get 2 years no-cost maintenance. Toyota, let's go places.
Access to addiction treatment has changed. Trust me, I would know. I spent 13 years battling addiction. At Addiction Recovery Care, treatment on demand is here. This means your name isn't on some wait list, and you aren't sitting by the phone waiting for a call back. Contact our team today to learn more. Because trust me, finding recovery is possible.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
Recent mass shootings from Buffalo, New York to Uvalde, Texas have some lawmakers on Capitol Hill calling for stronger legislative action on gun laws. But after a ban on firearms like AR-15s passed the House, the measure is not expected to go much further. WYMT Washington News Bureau's Nicole Newman has more from the nation's capital.
Before the end of the year, the Senate could vote on the assault weapons ban of 2022, which proposes the right to keep and bear arms is not unlimited. In late July, the House sent the assault weapons ban of 2022 to the Senate for a vote. Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth is one of several lawmakers calling for tougher gun laws.
They want to see more legislation to get these weapons of war off the streets of our cities, and I couldn't agree with them more.
As a leading voice in the Second Amendment community, Amanda Suffolk disagrees. Her group, DC Project, advocates for firearms education, not legislation.
If somebody is going to break the law to perform a mass shooting, then there are already laws that are being broken.
Suffolk is calling for an expansion in mental health programs and for educators to receive violence response training. In Detroit, Michigan, which is about 50 minutes from the site of the 2021 deadly Oxford High mass shooting, resident LaFaye Jenkins says responsible gun ownership is key to saving lives.
I know it's a personal thing, but the thing about it, it needs to be checked into, though it's yours personally. Because we don't want one person's physical, mental, everything has to be intact. It's not a toy.
In order to make it to the president's desk, the legislation needs at least 10 Republican votes to bypass the filibuster process. President Biden calls a ban on certain semi-automatic guns common sense. As a senator, he passed the original ban in 1994. In Washington, I'm Nicole Newman.
Still to come at 11, could college football separate from the NCAA? There are some talks that could lead to action. Sports has the details next.
Up the Castle's biggest sale ever.
Jared's 1-carat lab-grown diamond engagement rings are $34.99. The Castle's same size, same quality lab-grown diamond engagement rings are only $19.95. Save $1,500 at the Castle. Don't miss this sale. Shop the Castle.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center.
Diabetics understand all too well the pain of pricking your fingers. But now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can immediately reduce your pain. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 or more times daily, injecting insulin 3 or more times daily, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn about this groundbreaking new CGM technology. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 or more times daily, injecting insulin 3 or more times daily, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how you can get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market, many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future. Call 800-208-9304. That's 800-208-9304. Call now.
Shop the Castle's biggest sale ever.
Jared's 1-carat lab-grown diamond engagement rings are $34.99. The Castle's same size, same quality lab-grown diamond engagement rings are only $19.95. Save $1,500 at the Castle. Don't miss this sale. Shop the Castle.
We continue our pigskin previews in Whitesburg, where the Cougars are set to embark on a season that has a completely different meaning than it has before, fighting to give their community an escape from flood recovery and continue their climb towards the district crown. 2-3 defense! Football practice at Letcher Central takes on a different meaning now than it did coming out of dead period.
It was hard to even think about playing football, for a couple weeks, But I think our kids need it. I think our community needs it, needs a distraction, and so we decided we were going to try to get back out and get after it.
These Cougars have been through an ordeal nobody expected, floods impacting their community and even a handful of their teammates.
I think it's brought us together. I think it's brought us mostly more together because the people that lost stuff, you feel for them, feel for the other teammates that lost stuff. So, everybody wants to do good for that person. You do want to do good for your brother.
And playing week 1 was no guarantee. The team voting to take the field on time.
I asked my kids if they wanted to do this, and they, of course, to a man, they needed it. They need to get on the field. They needed some normalcy. Our county was hit really hard, obviously, from one end to the other. There was no holler was spared, man. It was every town and every holler, and so many people have been displaced.
In order to bring that normalcy back, Letcher Central looks to keep the engine running, not just playing, but continuing that high-powered, balanced offense that has made them a major district contender.
I think it's going to be throwing the ball, spreading out the defense, and then running it right up the gut. I think we'll have a really good offense this year.
I think it's just because, we've played with each other for like 3 years now, So I think we just got a bond,
Bringing the firepower to the mountains, while also fighting for a community more united than ever before.
I want everybody to remember how hard we fought for not really every game, but a season at that. Like, it took a lot for us to come in and say we wanted to play and go through with this season. And the amount of fight and courage and all that we have it's unmatchable.
Well, the Cougars open up the season on Friday at home against Shelby Valley, this year's first Appalachian Wireless game of the week. Both teams impacted by flooding, as was Breathitt County, who Letcher Central will host on September 16th. District play begins on September 23rd at Perry Central. Look out for that game at Johnson Central on October 21st. That could decide the district champ. We got some soccer scores here at the high school level. Powell County on the boys' side beating Estill County and Irvin 3-1. And out in Somerset, the Lady Briar Jumpers playing to a draw against Madison Central 1-1. And in volleyball, Betsy Lane sweeping Magoffin County and Salyersville in 3 sets. And look at that game in Boonville. Owsley County and Hazard putting up quite the fight, but the Lady Owls get the win at home in the 5th set. Well, the college football structure has been the same for generations. The bowl games and the conferences run this show, and the NCAA tries to enforce the rules. There is some potential, though, that might change. According to ESPN, 11 college presidents and chancellors that make up the College Football Playoff's Board of Managers met earlier this week to discuss a restructuring of college football, including a possible split from the NCAA. Sources told ESPN that the discussions are in their early stages, so no imminent action or next steps are planned, but certainly something to think about moving forward. Well, in Major League Baseball, the Cincinnati Reds picked up a walk-off win in their first game without Joey Votto on the injured list with a 1-0 win over the Phillies. And just going final within the last 10 minutes, the Mets beat the Braves 9-7 to hold on to that top spot in the NL East. That's sports. We're back after this.
He's been there for you every step of the way. When you didn't know where you were going, to knowing that now you've arrived. Tell him thank you with a trip to Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. And you get the gimme of playing along with him. He'll love you even more, if that's possible.
During Toyota's national sales event, we're working hard to deliver new Toyotas so you can enjoy the last of summer. From hitting the rapids with a RAV4 hybrid, to kicking up sand in a Tundra, or camping out in a Highlander. Hey guys!
The new Tundra is designed, engineered, and built in the USA. And it comes in a hybrid that delivers 437 horsepower and up to 700 miles on a tank of gas.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
In light of the recent flooding here in eastern Kentucky, we understand that there are so many people that are struggling with survivor's guilt, emotional trauma, PTSD, loss, grief, anxiety, so many things. And please know that we're here for you. Call your local ARH behavioral health provider to schedule an appointment.
We love food. It's our thing. You'll notice it all over the store, like how our certified butchers stamp the time your meat was ground, not just the day. Nobody does food like Food City. This week, save on certified Angus beef top sirloin steak $4.99 a pound, fresh blueberry pints buy one get one free, RC Products 6-pack bottles also buy one get one free, and more.
Join us as our communities pull together to power up the pantry. Businesses, organizations, schools, and individuals are encouraged to help stock up food pantries. Event taking place Thursday, August 25th from 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. at the following locations: ARH Medical Mall in Hazard, Central Park in Ashland, and Kentucky Power Service Center in Coal Run. Presented by Kentucky Power and WYMT. Special thanks to supporting partners, City of Ashland and Appalachian Regional Healthcare.
Well, this week marks the 45th anniversary of the death of Elvis Presley, and his legacy as the king of rock and roll remains very strong. Of course, a big movie came out a little while ago. Elvis died of a heart attack on August 16, 1977 at his Graceland home in Memphis. He was only 42 years old. His wife, Priscilla Presley, joined more than 30,000 fans for a candlelight vigil at his grave at Graceland on Monday. She says it's unbelievable to see that number of people still come to honor him. Well, it sounds like something right out of a sci-fi movie. Scientists say they want to resurrect a marsupial that's been long extinct. The Tasmanian tiger used to roam the Australian bush before its extinction almost 100 years ago. It's officially known as the thylacine, and an Australian research lab is leading the initiative to bring the species back to life, harnessing advances in genetics, DNA retrieval, and artificial reproduction for the project. The lab may have to combine the long-gone animal's genes with those of another animal to create a hybrid form of the apex predator.
Paging Dr. Ian Malcolm.
That's definitely some sci-fi stuff there.
Your scientists were too preoccupied with whether or not they could. They didn't stop thinking they should.
Yes, right. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Stephen Colbert is next. Good night, everyone.